good. All right. So the recording has started, guys. Let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. If Satinder, can you please put the flag on the screen? All right, guys. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The creed, please, Satinder. LeTip is a professional organization of men and women dedicated to the highest standards of competence and service. Our purpose is the exchange of business tips. Members will at all times maintain the highest professional integrity. Each business category is represented by one member, and conflicts of interest are disallowed. Thanks, Satinder. So can you please take that off the screen and go back to the LeTip screen? All right, good morning, everyone. If you're on the laptop or your phone, I'm going to ask you to mute each other individually. I don't want to have to mute everybody. So if you're on your laptop, on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the microphone that says mute. So if you can please mute there. If you're on a cell phone, if you can click your mute button, I would appreciate it. And then I'll try to call everyone's name, and so we can keep this organized. So I really appreciate all you guys being on the call this morning. I know, you know, in these trying times, it's really difficult for some of us to do business. So I'm thankful that we have the technology to have our meeting today. And I think we're going to be having this meeting remotely going forward until further notice. I apologize, my video camera isn't working, so you can only hear me. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. So we're going to try to stick to our agenda. Today, we have Adriana and Carol who are supposed to speak. I know Adriana's on the call. I saw Carol jumped on earlier. Maybe she's having difficulty, but hopefully she'll jump on. So Adriana, you can prepare to speak first when it comes your turn. And in the interest of keeping order, you know, I'll keep time today, Joe, so we don't have to keep interrupting each other. But why don't we go to Larry who could read the definition of a tip and tell us our 4 types of tips. Larry, just unmute yourself to do so, please.
Good morning. My qualified business tip is for a company or person who is interested in a specific service or product and is expecting a call from a LeTip member. So the examples are an inside tip, my usual tip to Song, an outside tip. My cousin Steve also sent a tip to Song. Interchapter tip. This time I did not go out partying because of the coronavirus scare. A tip in escrow is for those who will potentially join the group.
Thank you. And Larry, what is your responsibility in the group? What is your title?
My responsibility as tip master is to make sure that all tips are entered and to make sure that everyone is aware of how to use the tools.
Awesome. I forgot to introduce the board members. So since you were speaking, I figured you'd introduce yourself. If you haven't done so already, can you gather the tip report for later in the meeting? Let's go to Celestina to introduce herself, please. Cel, unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Celestina Ando, Vice President and photographer of the chapter.
Thank you. Kelly Lewis, unmute yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kelly Lewis, the bookkeeper of the chapter and also the treasurer.
Thank you. Anthony Giampapa.
Morning, everyone. Anthony Giampapa from RWC Windows, Doors, and Membership Chair.
Excellent. If Celestina, Anthony, and Kelly can just re-mute yourself, I'd appreciate it. So now we're going to go through and do our commercials. I know this is a little clunkier than we're used to, but we're going to get through this. So I'm going to we typically do 30 seconds. We're going quickly today, so everybody will get 45 seconds today. I'm going to go through and just read you from the list. When I call your name, please unmute yourself. And then if there's anyone who I haven't identified yet, then we'll let you go towards the end, because if I don't have your name in front of me. So let's start with Satinder. Satinder, unmute yourself and give your commercial. Guys, again, if you just joined us before, earlier in the call, I recommended that during our commercials, if anyone wants to talk about how we can help you, during this time of, being quarantined and not working much, if you could just talk about how we can all help you, then that would be a great topic today. So Satinder, unmute yourself and you can begin. 45 seconds, sir.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Satinder here. From Kit Labs, we make mobile software for Apple, Android, and website also. So during this time where everyone is working from home, if anyone needs any assistance of working from home, set up your stuff, please let me know. We can definitely help you. You need Zoom meetings, you wanna talk to your clients, and all kind of stuff. I'm more than happy to help anyone. And thanks to David and Carol for giving the feedback as we spoke last time. A good tip for me at this point of time is we have educational software for online learning. Kids are staying home. If there is anyone asking for the online learning software, we have mobile app and web system also where teachers can create their classes, sessions, and the students can take those classes online.
That's your time, Satinder.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next on the list, Adriana. Adriana, unmute yourself. Give your commercial, please.
Again, good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see everybody. And most of all, I'm happy that to see that everybody's showing up, safe and sound. So, and I wish for everybody the same. A good tip for me right now, it's anybody who's looking for ideas, for ways. As we see, everything is running out in the stores out there. So if anybody's looking for extra options, I can give you for sure a few tips on what to use instead of immune system boosters or kind of things like that. So a good tip for me, it's basically anybody who can't find food in the stores.
Excellent. Thank you, Adriana. Next on the list, we're going to go to Marty. Marty, please unmute yourself and give your commercial.
All right, so I'm Martin Jaywar, and I'm with Equitable, and I'm the life, health, disability broker in this group. And basically, I think I could be a great resource to everybody here who's looking to really target in on small businesses, specifically here in the great state of New Jersey. So if you're looking to access direct phone numbers, mobile contacts, email addresses, I'm the man to talk to, because I'm getting this information, and I'm developing relationships with people all over the place, and I can build you into my process. And if you do that for me, I'll be happy to do that for you. And I think that's how I could be a great resource to this group, and also at the same time help other people by developing these type of relationships. And that's it.
Good job, Marty. Please remute yourself, Marty. We're going to go next to Anthony. Please unmute yourself, Ant. Guys, just remember to talk about tips if you passed any, received any during your commercials. So go ahead, Ant.
Morning, everyone. Anthony Jampapa from RWC Windows, Doors, and More. Obviously, with everything that's been going on, it has been increasingly difficult to enter the homes of potential clients for me. So what we're actually doing is we are using Zoom to create a virtual estimating process. We're using Zoom to remotely enter and tour the houses of our potential clients, as well as some other feedback that we're getting from them. So I can actually enter the home virtually and discuss any pending renovation as far as windows and doors go with all of our clients. We actually started it yesterday. I had 2 sessions yesterday, and it was unbelievably successful. So I'm actually going to be putting this out on all of our social media before the end of the week. So I'll let all of you guys know. If you could please share it and get it out there, that would be excellent. I passed 2 tips this week to David, to family members of mine that are looking to, one for pre-approval for a mortgage and the other for a refinance.
Thanks, man. Good job. All right, please remute yourself, Anthony, and Celestina, unmute yourself and take it away.
Good morning, everybody. Celestina Ando, contemporary portrait photographer with a studio in Montclair. I have been closed and temporarily closed until the end of this month. I'm going to monitor how things are going, and my headshot event that was scheduled on March 27th and 29th, it may happen. It may just get rescheduled for a later date. Right now, I have one tip for Adriana. Thank goodness. I'm like looking forward to getting my next supply of shakes. And for me, the best thing that if all of you could do would be to share online reviews, if you haven't already, on Google and on Facebook. That would really help me out a lot. I'm just following up with a lot of clients and requesting those, so at least I can get my SEO still going. I'm also using this time to consider moving to a larger space. This was a goal of mine for this year, so I am I am considering a possible move to a new location. So those are the things that would really help me out. If you post me a review, I'll be happy to do the same. Even if I haven't used your service, I'd be happy to give you a 5-star. So, that would help me out a lot. So
Awesome. Thank you. Please mute yourself, and Jason, you're next, sir. Please unmute and give us your commercial.
Okay, it's Jason Street, Legis Insurance Brokers, Property and Casualty, for the homeowner as well as small business owner. As I've mentioned many times before, it's a great opportunity for everybody to just send over your copies of your declaration pages. A success story that I've had this past week is I actually had 2 separate clients that were with Allstate that haven't shopped their insurance for over 20 years. And I saved one client almost $5,000. It was like $4,700 and change.
Wow.
And the second client, I saved over $6,000 a year because they have had a youthful driver on their policy, and they haven't shopped it in over 2 decades. So I give everybody we're all working from home. We all have plenty of time. Just shoot over an email with your auto and your home declaration pages, and literally I can quote them up and send them back. I had a tip for David Facone last night for somebody actually he went to school with for refinance, and a tip for Song that once we find out how to get the clothes to him at some point in time, we'll have a tip for him as well. And that's
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Jay.
No problem.
We're going next to Joe DeLuca. So Jay, please mute. Joe, unmute. You're next.
Morning, everybody. Before I get started, I'd like to thank Satinder for doing a great job for us. Thank you, and made this very easy and seamless. And it's great that all you are here. We have a good showing of people. I'm Joe DeLuca, I have an title. Right now, with the shakeup in the business, we don't know what direction we're going in. We rely mostly on what's going on in the real estate market. I could imagine that a lot of people aren't out now shopping for homes because they're staying home. However, the mortgage market probably is heating up. I had an inside tip for Dave, which I sent him for a mortgage. And other than that, we're just sitting out the coronavirus and hoping everybody stays safe. Thanks.
Thanks, Joe. Kelly, you're next. Joe, please mute. Kelly, unmute and go. Take it away. Kelly. We'll go back to Kelly. Larry.
Good morning, everyone. Larry Clifton, PNC Bank Merchant Services, Bank Card Services in this group. A great tip for me is we've been focusing on, well, due to the coronavirus, it's a little bit different now, but a success story. I had a bowling alley in Sparta that I just closed, and also a country club. So we can actually go into a bowling alley or country club and pretty much fill up all of their or fulfill all of their needs and services regarding merchant services. I did a big order for both Lake Sparta, Lake Mohawk, and and Sparta Lanes. I sent a tip to Song, and I also sent a tip to Jason that we need to follow up on because I have some questions about policy.
All right. Thank you. Kelly, are you with us?
Yes, sorry, I was
That's
too
okay.
busy sending tips and I
That's
couldn't
okay.
get back to unmute.
That's okay. No excuses.
So,
Give your commercial.
Good morning, everyone. Kelly Lewis with Kelly Works Bookkeeping Services. A good tip for me this time of year is, ultimately anyone who needs to maximize their expenses, get a profit and loss together, a small business or any independent contractor who kind of needs their expenses reviewed so they can maximize their deductions. My business has kind of always been virtual. So I haven't really noticed much of a change, still getting emails, still getting questions. So yeah, I just passed 2 tips, one to Marty and one to Jason. And I think that's it. Everybody just stay safe and, enjoy your family.
Thanks, Kelly. Let's go to Song next. So Kelly, please mute. Song, unmute. Give your commercial, sir.
Good morning. We will continue pickup and delivery service even if the state mandate the store closing. So in case you need it, just give us a call. The pickup and delivery, there's no need to have direct and close contact. And in case you find someone in your neighborhood who likes to have a pickup and delivery service, that I would like to happy to accommodate. And thank you.
Thanks, Song. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go to Lindsay. Song, please mute. Lindsay, unmute.
Good morning, everybody. Lindsay from Rosa Spina Floral. We are still doing gift deliveries. We are pretty much, I'm pretty much one-woman shop, so not a lot of exposure in my store. I'm going to be continuing to do gift arrangements and deliveries until mandated by the government not to. We are going to be experiencing a shortage in product from overseas, so we are going to be asking customers to be more flexible. Some of our specialty product that I like to go and pick out in the city, we won't be getting. I'm trying to avoid Manhattan as much as possible, and some of these shipments from abroad are delayed or not coming, so we will be working with a little bit of a limited product. We are still working on events for the summer and the fall. All of our spring events have been postponed to TBD dates. The best tip for me is anyone who maybe wants a little pick-me-up, as long as we're still allowed to go outside, I'd be happy to deliver them some flowers, or anyone having an event later this year or next year. And I do have a tip for Sam for my cleaning. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Linz. I'm just going to pause real fast. We're about halfway through. Paul, are you still with us? You can unmute.
Yeah, I'm here, Dave.
So I know, guys, Paul has to go in about 10 minutes to help another chapter. I just wanted to give Paul the floor if he had anything to say for a couple minutes, and then we can resume our commercials. I didn't want the meeting to pass without him having a chance to speak.
Thank you, Dave. So I have to tell you, when we talked about doing Zoom calls, for me, one of the biggest attractions is coming on and seeing all of you, knowing you're okay, right? And that's what I loved about Zoom is it allows us to see each other. I sent a text to my doctor over the weekend because I have a 92-year-old father, and he described about getting out in a good way, getting out in a bad way. Going to a mall is bad. Getting out, going for a walk. We've got some beautiful weather. Get outside, walk around, work around your house, plant some flowers, do things that start to make you feel good and not put yourself in self-exile. And I think this is one way of doing it every week. I think you'll look forward to coming on and seeing the group again on a weekly basis. So kudos to you. As Dave said, you are the guinea pig, the first group to do it. And you're doing a great job with it. I took some notes. I love that you have the flag, the picture of the flag, the creed. And you expect nothing less from Upper Montclair. You guys are a class act and always do things in the right way. So kudos to you. And for this to be my first call, I want to say thank you for being on the call, doing it the right way as you do with everything. And like I said, I look forward to checking with you guys periodically. And be safe, be well. But again, try to get out and do some things that make you feel good. Like I said, we don't want to self-exile. We love personal contact with people, and we want to just do what we can to be safe. So thank you.
Thanks, Paul. And, to you and your family, stay safe as well. And if you need any help with any other chapters who are looking to do something similar, myself or Satinder, I'm sure will be happy to help if they need it. So let's continue with our commercials. Going down the list. Mark, you're next, my man. So please unmute and give us your commercial, Mark.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Mark Bowdis, financial advisor in the group. To say it's been a wild ride in the markets lately is an understatement. So I've always offered a free second opinion consultation to anyone who wants to see what they're doing with their finances, what they're doing with their investment portfolio, are they doing the right thing? And there's probably no better time than now to take me up on it. So a good tip for me is someone who wants to see what's going on with their investment portfolio, or what's even more importantly, and what people should be focusing on, is there any impact to their long-term goals, or should they do anything different to have a better chance of hitting their long-term goals? So I gave one tip to Dave for a refinance and also received 2 tips from Dave. So thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. Okay, thanks, Mark. Who's next? Maria, please unmute and give us your commercial, Maria.
Good morning, everybody. This is Maria from Order and Ease. As I mentioned earlier, for some of you that were on the call, this is a rough time. Obviously, I'm not going to be going to people's homes and attics and basements and whatever else right now. So, but the other thing is I have been pivoting my business before this to also provide Order and Ease in a different way. So I am a virtual assistant, and I have a team as well with me when there's larger projects. And what that means is we provide administrative services to clients remotely. Sometimes it's calendar management, sometimes it's an administrative project that they might be working on, data entry, editing of documents, things like that. I also work with a translating service as well. So there are different things that we are doing. So if you know of anyone, like I said before, I will be doing a post on this, since it's not something that I have been I've been slowly making sure I have my website. I'll be updating that and things like that. So if you can please help me promote that I do this now, especially at a time like this. It's something that I've been working with. Usually it's small businesses or executives that just don't have the time and just need help like that. So it's been fun, but at the same time now it's much more needed because I got to pay rent. So anything, please help me share that. I do have a tip for Celestina this week. I had a tip for Joe and a tip for Greg Duke last week. And I also want to thank Larry for a one-on-one that we had at the diner last week as well. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Good luck with everything. Next in line, Michaela, please unmute. Give us your commercial, Michaela.
Hi, yes. So I know that right now a lot of small business owners aren't necessarily thinking about their payroll processor or how they're handling their payroll, but the most important thing really just to keep in mind is the value of their time. So we just want small business owners to know that we can be a resource to them right now, and the things that are taking up their time, like payroll, we're able to now get more competitive than ever with things like pricing in order to work with them and make sure that they're in good shape, even when the times are trying like this. So even if right now there might not be an opportunity to work with a small to mid-sized business owner, if you know anyone that might need a resource or have questions, feel free to point them in my direction.
Thank you. Next, Samantha, you there? Samantha, please unmute and give us your commercial.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Samantha Siriaco. I am your professional cleaning service with Minute Maids. So right now, it's a really good time to think about disinfecting and sanitizing your home. I've been encouraging all my clients to cancel if someone's sick in the home, because we don't want to take that risk for either party. But I do encourage regular house cleaning because they kill germs, and germs is what suppresses the immune system and causes you to become sick. However, if you continuously clean your home with quality disinfectant, you will kill up to 98% of daily germs, and it also just keeps everyone safe, especially if you have small children or older people in the home. I really encourage you guys to continue getting your homes cleaned. So anybody, this is a good time for us. So everyone is like a balance for me right now. Some people are scared and they don't want anybody in their home, and others just are like, come and disinfect everything. So I just encourage you guys to let people know the importance of keeping your home clean and germ-free. A good tip for me right now will be any and everyone, literally everyone who's scared that there might be germs, crawling up on them in their house. And that's good for me.
That's your time, Sam.
Okay. And have a good day.
Thanks. Sorry. Let's get next is Sharon. Sharon, please unmute and give us your commercial.
Yes, so good morning, everyone. Like Maria, unfortunately, my business has dropped off dramatically because not only do people not want to get together, and they obviously can't, but people are generally not even going anywhere. So, except for a Zoom meeting like this, events and meetings have been canceled, so you don't really need to upgrade your wardrobe. So a couple things I'm doing to somewhat allay that situation, I'll let you know, and then I'll also tell you how you can help me. So I'm working on a webinar just to focus on my virtual styling services and the virtual closets that I've mentioned in the group, which when that's ready, I'll send around an announcement. And then if you can, help me promote that, that would be great. And there's obviously no fee for that. And Satinder, I may reach out to you if I need any technical assistance. And also I've done virtual styling in the past, but it's only been for very specific situations. So I would love a volunteer from the group if we could work together either on Zoom or FaceTime or Skype. And, I could just really do a virtual styling session for you. And then you can give me feedback on what you think could work, maybe some new suggestions. So you don't need to tell me now, just message me privately. So other than that, obviously I'm looking for anyone who would like to take this time to upgrade their wardrobe virtually. I do have tips for Song and Samantha. Hopefully, Samantha, I'll be seeing you later this week. And I had a great meeting last week with Mark where we did his podcast.
Thank you. Let's go to Suzanne next. Suzanne, please unmute and give us your commercial.
Hi, good morning. Suzanne with Connect Energy. First of all, I just want to thank Dave for renewing his electricity for another 6 months. And thank you to Sam for coming out and looking at my house. Hopefully we'll be getting in there this week to clean. But it's a vacant house, so shouldn't have much of a problem, but I'm looking forward to that. Virtually, it's pretty easy since I can do most of my stuff, via telephone and email and such, that it's a good time if people are at home just to take a look at their bill, send me over a copy of their bill, and I'll see if I can save them some money at least. So if you know of anyone, or if you still haven't given me your bill, send it over and let's see what we can do.
All right.
Stay healthy.
Thank you. Let's go to Alice. Alice, please unmute and give us your commercial. Alice, going once. Eric, please unmute and give us your commercial. Eric, are you there? All right, no Alice, no Eric. Anyone else?
I'm here, sorry.
You there? Okay.
I got you.
Go ahead, Eric.
Yep. Good morning. Eric Plant here with the law office of Brandon Broderick, personal injury attorney for the group. Most of my business I can do remotely anyway, with the exception of client contact. So I don't have a lot of impact to me other than the court appearances, but in the interest of helping you all, I know that even though I specialize in personal injury, I have helped some of you in the past with little issues, business issues you have, contracts, stuff like that. While we're all kind of down, if anybody has any of those types of issues that they have questions about, feel free to contact me and I'll do what I can to help. I'm working from home, so all of my travel time that I usually have built into my day is not there anymore. So, thank you.
Okay. I'm on the line, Judy. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is Alice speaking. I've been very sick for a couple of days now, but I'm doing a little bit better. We've been able to cancel our live meetings, so that's why I haven't been able to get in touch, but we are still carrying on everything virtually so people could still get the services they deserve. So Alice, remember that I'm the financial recruiter in the team. I tend driven professionals to high earners and also to help others with their financial needs. So if you see yourself driven than what you currently have, let me know and we can help you build a successful practice. I have few tips for the team right now. Our guests and I, we are scheduled to do a few things at my house. Finally, Samantha has my business. She'll be coming over. And so I have to get back to you. I'll be open for the photo shoot. I couldn't travel in March, so I'll be able to register for that. And also, thanks to Nick. He introduced his son to me. Chris, amazing guy for an internship opportunity. I look forward to working with him. He seems to be such a great kid. Thanks, everyone. Even though I'm home, feel free to let me know if there's anything I can do to support you. Okay,
Thank you, Alice. Hope you feel better.
Thank
Now,
you.
Is there anyone on the call other than myself who hasn't had a chance to give their commercial yet? If you haven't had a chance to give your commercial, please unmute and identify yourself. All right. Sounds like everybody got their commercial. So now it's my turn, guys. So, you know me. I'm David Facone. I'm from Finance of America Mortgage, a residential mortgage specialist. I want to thank everyone who has sent me a tip in the last couple of weeks. Like Mark said, the market's been crazy. Interest rates for mortgages are going crazy. They were at an all-time low a couple of weeks ago. They're back up again. Experts predict it's going to go low again. If you jumped on this call early, I said I have about 20 people waiting in the wings to refinance, and many of them came from you guys, so I really appreciate that. I just want to quickly talk about utilizing your book of business. So, in this time, I'm able to go back and talk to clients who have helped me purchase houses, who I've helped them purchase houses, and it's so easy to make that call to try to get refinance business. So if you're not minding your own book of business, I think this is a great time to do it now that we're home and have all the time in the world. I passed several tips this week. Passed a tip to Joe. We're going to be doing a lot of business, hopefully, with refis. Samantha cleaned my house, did a great job. Adriana, I put in a new order for her products. Sent Mark 1 or 2 tips. Suzanne, as she mentioned, I renewed my energy with her. And Carol, I sent a tip as well.
David, I'm sorry, I'm hearing weird feedback. If somebody could just make sure they're muted, because I'm
Alice,
hearing you, and then
I think it's you, Alice. Can you remute if you're not?
No, my line is muted. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, so you're not muted.
Oh, sorry.
Better. Okay. Anybody else on the call who hasn't had a chance to give their commercial yet?
So Dave, although I already gave my commercial, I do have a testimonial. So I forgot to mention during my commercial, I just wanted to thank Sam. As you all know, I had the flu last week, which really kind of beat me up. I was kind of in bed for days, and I contacted Sam, and she kind of dropped everything to accommodate my wife and I, because I kind of wanted to have the house cleaned and disinfected. So I wanted to thank her because she's excellent. It was a tremendous job, and I know it was difficult to fit me in. So I just wanted to thank her for everything she did. So Sam, thank you. I appreciate everything you did last week.
Good job, man. So we're going to go to our committee reports. So why don't I go to Celestina for our attendance report, if you have that available. If not, that's okay. Are you ready to give that, Cel?
Yes, I've been updating while everyone's been talking. So if I have this correctly, and let me know if I don't. These are the members that are not present on our call this morning. Carol LaFleur, Dennis Jankowski, Gerson Contreras, Greg Duke, Joseph Matura, Karen Cordero, Michael Kahn, Nick Taramina, and Zenaida Tejero. So those are the members I think that are not present on our call this morning. Let me know otherwise. Also, just really quickly, for those of you who are doing business via Zoom or some video chat, pick up a ring light. It's about $100. You can find it on Amazon. If you need, I can send you the link. It will really help, like, you know, present you very professionally and not have like blue or orange or green like filters on your face. It just, you know, makes for a better presentation. So just a small tip for you guys. And you know what, I'll just include the link on Amazon on the group chat, okay?
I didn't catch that, Sal. What did you say to pick up?
Pick up a ring light. Make yourself look nice on video if you're gonna meet with clients.
Oh, I see.
Okay, it will really help. Like right now, Sharon, you look really blue, and Anthony, you look a little green, and Adriana, I don't really see you. So just a recommendation, guys. You know, it's like $100, and if you're going to be doing a lot of video calls with clients, it could really like just help, you know, make things look a little more professional.
Satinder looks great. I mean, you guys haven't been to his office, but I have. That's actually not a real bookcase. That's an inflatable bookcase. He just blows it up in the morning just so it looks but it looks great.
Hey, Google, Office Light 100%.
And Lindsay got a stuffed cat. It's not really a cat either. It's a stuffed animal, but it, you know, she pretends that she's an animal lover on all these calls. I'm just kidding. So a couple things, a couple of people that you mentioned were absent. Michael Kahn, you know, he's absent. If you guys want to reach out to him, you know, without disclosing, you know, too much of his personal business, he's got a minor health issue that he's dealing with. He's fine, but you know, he couldn't be on the call for that reason. So if you want to reach out to Michael Kahn and wish him well, I'm sure he would appreciate that. I heard from Nick Tarmina, our home inspector. Nick, I'm looking at the roster on my other computer. Nick's membership is scheduled to expire next month. And Nick told me that his business has grown so much that he will not be renewing his membership. He said he simply can't handle all the business that he has right now. So we will be needing a home inspector, you know, within a month or so. So if anyone has a home inspector that they've used for their own home or someone that they trust, then that position is going to be open. Let us go to Larry Clifton for our tip report.
Hey, good morning, guys. So currently we have 244 tips passed within the year, 45 monthly. We've increased and gotten a lot better with the tips closed. So we have 63 closed with approximately about 38,000 in revenue passed.
Good job, man. Thank you. So again, guys, if you're creating a to-do list of things that we can do while we're home and, you know, maybe work has slowed down for many of us, add to your to-do list, review your tips and not just, you know, especially the ones you've received, see if there's any opportunity there, see if, you know, there are any tips that you forgot to close and close them out either for $0 or hopefully for value. But, you know, add that to your to-do list, review your received tips. If there's anyone that you received and you haven't had a chance to connect with, now's a good time to start making calls. Most people are home and not doing much of anything. And then if you want to review past tips, reach out to the recipient of your past tips and see if anything came of the tips that you sent to them. Kelly, I'm gonna sort of step on your toes for a second. Celestina and I were talking offline, guys, and this isn't a done deal yet. This isn't a decision that we've made yet, but we're going to talk about it amongst the board. We are nearing the end of the first quarter of this year, which means our second quarter chapter dues are due in the next couple of weeks. Now, you know, obviously today we're not meeting, and for the foreseeable future, we won't be meeting in person, which means we won't have breakfast expenses. So the board and myself are going to talk about this offline and figure out, you know, what's fair for everyone. You know, I don't know that we're going to just eliminate the quarterly dues for the time being, but, you know, maybe we'll collect a portion because we still have other expenses that those dues go towards. But I would anticipate that the board will make a decision where, we don't want to hurt anybody in terms of collecting money that we're not spending. And we also want to help our members who might be, struggling to make ends meet and their revenue has declined. So in the next week or so, we'll give you feedback on what you can expect for your second quarter dues. Anthony, our membership chair, you have anything to say, pal?
Good morning, everyone. So as of right now, we are up to 29 active members on our roster. Any of those individuals who, because I've gotten some updates actually, or notifications in the past 24 hours from LeTip. If anyone is being contacted by LeTip to renew your dues, I know, Dave, you mentioned Nick Taramina. There are actually 2 other members that apparently LeTip is trying to contact you for your yearly renewal. If you're having any difficulty, please feel free to reach out to me. Or if there's any questions that you need answered, I can kind of help you out. Other than that, nothing further to report.
Okay, we're going to get to Adriana in a minute. Just one more. Well, Kelly first. I'm sorry to step on your toes, Kel. Kel, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think that was very well said and wonderful. Great job.
Thank you. One more thing from me, and then we're going to get to Adriana. At last week's meeting, if you weren't in attendance, we had a discussion about board elections, which are going to happen in the next couple of weeks. Basically, in a nutshell, our board has been the leadership team for our chapter for quite a while now. The better part of a year or more, in some cases 2 years or more, and elections are now coming forward in the next couple of weeks. I passed around board election forms, survey forms, asking all the members if they would like to be on a board position. If they didn't want to be on a board position, do they want to be a committee chairperson? If they chose not to do that, what committee would they like to be on? This is not the board's chapter, guys. This is all of our chapter. I mean, you can, as evidenced by, the attendance we have here on this call, you guys care about LeTip and you care about each other and you care about growing your business the right way. And I know, I think I speak for myself and the whole board when I say, we do our best to make this chapter as successful as possible. But, new blood can take this chapter to the next level. So I did collect the survey forms last week. I had a good response from some people who did put their hat in the ring to be on the board, to be on committees and chairpersons and so forth. But to the members who were absent last week, I sent an email on Wednesday that included a Google form, which simply duplicated the survey sheet that I sent out last week. So I've gotten five responses so far from the Google form. I'm still in need of probably around 10 responses. So if you're on this call today and you did not attend last week's meeting and you have not yet filled out the form that I emailed to you on Wednesday, please go back and check your inbox on Wednesday for the email that came from me. It'll take you about 5 or 10 minutes to fill out the form. Please do so today. I want to compile all the candidates for the board positions. I strongly encourage everyone to step up and do their part. We want this chapter to continue to go in the right direction. I think we've all done a great job, not only in 2019, but in the first part of 2020. So if you have ideas, if you think that you could do things differently, I don't care if you think you can do things better, step up and do it. I would love to see people jump forward and take this chapter to the next level, which I know we all can do. That being said, let's go.
That.
I'm sorry?
Beautiful baby there. Look at that.
Thanks, Joe. So let's go to Adriana.
Listen, I have to
you gotta
apologize,
go,
but I have to leave now.
Okay, Joe.
And I'll see everybody here next week. And thank you very much. Take care.
All right, Joe. Have a good day.
Anthony, the baby's beautiful.
Thank you. I figured I'd bring him in to say hi.
Adriana, you got the stage, my dear. You're gonna get 8 minutes to talk and 2 minutes for questions, and I'll interrupt you when you have a 2-minute warning. So, Adriana, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours. Please unmute.
I'm ready. Thank you so much. Well, everybody, I just want to give a testimony of myself. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Okay, over 5 years ago, I started it on Isogenics, not because of the business. I had no idea. I had no clue I wanted to do this. I did it because I needed it for my health. And even though I got into it because I needed to lose weight, very soon I realized that it was something not just for losing weight, but it was a healthy lifestyle. So I just got myself enrolled into it. I didn't even know what was I doing. But I realized that over the years, before that, I used to suffer a lot from allergies. Allergy season was a nightmare for me. Not only for me, for my family in general. We all had allergies, basically. Also, I noticed that over the years, I didn't get sick over the winter. On the flu season, I stopped getting sick, you know. And if I get sick sometimes, you know, it might be only for 1 day or two. And then I'm back to myself, you know. So I can't say that it's Isogenics that it's something that is going to cure you. It's not. We don't promise that. We don't say that we're going to prevent it. We don't say any of that because we're not doctors. But I did realize that I started doing something that I was not doing before, which was putting good nutrition in my body. So I'm so happy, and I touch wood that nobody in my family right now is suffering from allergies, you know, in the allergy season. We don't get sick as often as we did before. We don't end up in the hospital because of the kids coughing a lot or getting that big bad flu or cold or those kind of things, you know. I'm so happy that I haven't been in a hospital like forever, for years. And let me tell you, because of the business we're in, my husband's business, it's different from a traditional business. So you all know that we do not have healthcare insurance. We do not qualify for health insurance. My kids do not have health insurance. You know, when you look at it from the outside, it's so scary, you know, because when you say you don't have health insurance, we all need health insurance, you know, not only because you get sick, but because of tragedies unfortunately happen. But I'm so happy to say, you know, that I'm not visiting the pediatrician every often. The only time that I do it in the year is when I bring the kids to the physical for school records, but not because they're sick. So I'm so blessed and I'm so happy to say, and I really do believe that the products in Isogenics, the nutrition that I had incorporated in my family, it had made such a great difference in my family. So one of those things is the ionics. I don't let it run out in my kitchen. It's always there. You know, I take a little bit, and I know that ionics, it helps a lot. What they're saying right now with this problem going on, what it makes the difference is that what kind of immune system you have. You can be very young and have a very weak immune system, you know, but that's not because you're sick. Not that doesn't mean because you're different from everybody, but we all know that our system, our body functions depending on what you're providing it. You know, the kids at young age, they eat everything, so they're receiving all kind of nutrients that the body needs. So that's why they're always energetic, and that's why they're always on the run, you know. To the difference, when we age already, we start to diminish that rhythm, right? We get sluggish, we get tired faster. So just as a testimony, you know, let me tell you, I'm so grateful I did it. I never knew it was going to be like that, but I'm so grateful that I have Isagenix with me. Just a quick tip, I use this. This is the Isa Immune. This is a Sprite. You just put a Sprite in your mouth, like mint flavor, but this is a zinc vitamin. So the zinc, they've been telling that it really helps a lot with the immune system, and it protects you from the germs from getting to your throat. So this is something that I really highly recommend. It's amazing for everybody. So another one that I recommend, this one, the Isa Immune Shake Booster. It's extra thing, anything helps right now. And overall, you know what? The Isolin shakes, they're a meal replacement. They are a whole meal replacement, Last case scenario, you run out of food. Where do you go? We tend to go to the store and go crazy, and grab all those non-perishable items that are stuck in the shelves for years, and that's what we're putting in our body overall. So no nutrition at all. So in the other side, the shakes, even that it's going to last a little bit more, but it's giving you all the nutrition that you need. So, but anyway, that's basically it, what I'm going to tell you about the products. It's, if you know anybody who is in need of extra food, this is a great option for everybody, on top of your refrigerators, your freezers full of stuff. This is a great option to have on the side. So, and that's basically it on product. Otherwise, we have much more than this. We have much more than the shakes. We have much more that is going to help you and your family. So if you know anybody who is in need of extra things like that, it's a great way. Another thing that I wanted to mention, and
1 minute, Adriana.
Another thing that I want to mention, the people who is been buying products, or if people out there who's losing their jobs, they're losing their income, Isagenix offer a great way, for you to cash out some money. Not telling you that you jump into the business, anything at all, but a person who refers to customers, Isagenix will give you a bonus. So anybody that out there who's losing their jobs, they're looking to make $100, $500, even up to $900 at once, Isagenix gives you that as a bonus when you refer customers to them. So just to give you an idea, you plus 2 customers and then plus 2 customers, you can make up to $900 just in bonus. Just say thank you referral fee that the Isagenix will give you. And I know things are so tough out there right now. A lot of people is going to lose their jobs. A lot of people is going to need something extra out there. And this is what I am so grateful to be in this kind of business, because I do not need to go and report myself to nobody. I do not depend on anybody's schedule. So it came already the time that they were telling me back there, you know what, have a plan B, because you never know what's going to happen, and it's already happening. So I'm so grateful to be in Isagenix, not specifically Isagenix, but on network marketing, which is said to be the business of the century, and actually it is. So right now I embrace it more than ever. I got into LeTip last year when I decided to jump into the business in full with 2 feet. I was not sure, because I was not making any money. I was not sure to get into LeTip because it's a fee involved, but I understand now that when you're in your business by your own, you have to invest in yourself. That's one thing. That's another reason that I joined LeTip, was because I'm very shy to interact with people, with strangers. I'm not like that outgoing. So my main goal was to build relationship. My main goal was to meet people like you, to start building a family, because that's what I love about Isogenics. Specifically, this company works on a family-oriented way. So I love that, and I was looking for that. When I got into LeTip, I was kind of scared because it's a social group, so I was kind of intimidated. But at the end, I think that's what I was looking for, to work that on myself, to
Adriana, that's your time, sweetheart.
interact with all of you. So thank you so much. I'm so glad I met you all. And my work is just to keep building relation with you guys. Thank you.
So Carol wasn't able to join us. I was trying to reach out to her. So let's, Adriana went a little long, but let's give Adriana a couple minutes for questions. If you have a question, please unmute yourself, and we'll give a couple minutes for questions for Adriana. Any questions for Adriana? If no questions, I'm going to give Adriana a testimonial. I think I wrote this on her review yesterday, but I love the fact that I have her products at home all the time for me. I'm one of the businesses where I work from home pretty regularly, even without a worldwide pandemic. So I'm home a lot, and I'm the type of person who loves leftovers. So whenever there's leftovers in the house, I grab it and eat it. I hate wasting food. But when there's no leftovers, it's real easy for me to grab a shake or a meal replacement bar. And when I met with Adriana early on in her, before she became a member in LeTip, and I inspected her, she told me all about how, you don't necessarily, need to be on a strict regimen, but if you just need a meal replacement, her products are good for that as well. And that's exactly what I use it for. So if you have a hard time making, healthy choices and you just want to have something easy, her shakes, all you need is water, which all of us should have, and her bars, travel with you. So that's my testimonial for Adriana.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up a couple minutes early since Carol is not here. I do want to just thank everybody who participated in today's call. I think for our first go around with the Zoom call, I think it was very successful. I do want to just remind everyone, while we are home, most of us should be home. Please, let's get some things accomplished that we normally wouldn't be able to. So what do I mean by that? The tipping, like I mentioned earlier, last night I took about an hour and I went through the email that Satinder sent. Whoever was at last week's meeting, we went around the room and we asked everyone where would be a good place for us to provide you with testimonials or reviews online. So if you weren't a part of that meeting last week, you can reply all to the group and tell the group where we can support you. I did several Google reviews yesterday. I did several Facebook. I did several LinkedIn. It took me about an hour and I did maybe like 15 reviews for you guys. So, if you're bored and have nothing to do and you want to support your fellow LeTip members so they can support you right back, I think that would be something great to do as well. If anybody has an ask while we're home, I know Maria said she's going to put together a post about her virtual assisting. If anyone else, wants to create a social media post, an email to send to the group, we are all here to support you. I know I personally will add it to the Facebook page for our group. We can work on Instagram posts. We can work on LinkedIn posts, whatever works for you guys. Please just ask us. Many of us should have some free time now, unfortunately. So that being said, I don't have the flip chart in front of me, but 5 reasons you join LeTip are, of course, dollars in your pocket. Your chapter becomes like family. You become a better public speaker. Adriana did so great. It provides a source of referrals for your clientele. And of course, it provides psychic income, which is that great feeling that you get when you help others. And before we all log out, we're gonna end on some Celine Dion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Really, Dave?
Wow.
I wish you could see me because I'm dancing.
We need
All
to
right.
see that.
All right,
I've seen
guys.
that.
Listen.
Have a good day, everybody.
Everybody stay
good
safe.
day.
Make good
safe.
decisions. When this all blows over, don't go out and work just because you think you need to put $1 in your pocket. In a month or two from now, when this all blows over, we're gonna help each other get back the money that we lost and more. So be smart, stay healthy, and we're here to help each other. So thanks for joining. I'm gonna stop the recording now, guys. Have a great day.
All right, take
Thanks,
care.
Dave. Have a good
Bye.